Right. I saved in the middle of a massive mass outbreak. It's fine. We can work with this. There's not too much longer to it, if I recall, anyways. Maybe we'll actually have an exciting intro for once. I don't know what my first instinct was to say last time on our adventures. Not exactly ready to show for that. I guess I'll start with the news that's going on for the next month. That being said, I can at least get out of my chest that this month's gonna be a bit more sporadic in the uploads. I guess sporadic isn't exactly the most accurate word. More like the first couple weeks, there won't really be anything of note. And the Pokemon XG videos will resume the following month. Where's that last Happini? Dang, it's even worth tracking down. I'm gonna run out of time before I even find it. Yeah, I wasn't able to quite make enough videos to last an entire month. And of course, as soon as I start talking, that's over. I might as well talk about it now because I didn't properly capture it fully when I was playing on my own time, but I did get another Hisuian Growlithe. Yeah, a second. And if I sound a little bitter, it's not that I'm unhappy about finding a shiny Growlithe. It's just the irony is not lost on me over the fact that I found another one in the same mass outbreak session as Quillfish. And it's not for Quillfish that I'm approaching over odds. Or approaching full odds. But there's definitely some other ones. Stantler comes into mind. That I'm starting to get there. Nah, I wouldn't say close enough to be, well, close. But it's stacking up. Hisuian Growlithe is a cool shiny though, so if there's any Hisuian that I gotta get a duplicate of, I did just recall that the Goodra is a cool one. But that's partly because I like Hisuian Goodra, and the story behind this, especially with it being an alpha, kind of makes up for it as well. So yeah, like, I've gotten quite a few more duplicate Hisuian shinies than I thought. Well, maybe I can make a living dex out of the Hisuian forms at the very least. I would much rather prefer to just get one of each family. But we're looking at the bright side of things. I'm not sure how much more I can elaborate on this story that I already have, but yeah, I was playing the game a little bit on my own time, and got this mass outbreak in the coastlands, so I decided to check it out. There are some duplicates like this Growlithe here, but I haven't. There was a Quillfish, and those are real hard outbreaks to find. And you can kind of tell from that little spaz out of the camera that I was sure excited about it. It's just a little bit of a shame that I didn't actually record the capture of the Growlithe. But you can at least see that my next objective was immediately going after the Quillfish outbreak, so the timing of that shining was a little bit impeccable. At least if you believe in luck in that sort of sense. So now, I'm at least a happy owner of 2 shiny Hisuian Growlithes. I suppose we could evolve one of them, but I'm gonna need to take some time to think about it. Oh, he sits! They sit! Oh, they sit. And just realize that all the rock hair blocks their eyes, so you can't even see their little eyes. It's just like a little Basset Hound or whatever. Okay, I think I spent enough time walking. Meet you all when I find something else to do. Another outbreak worth hunting. And we'll begin this game and chill proper. Man, I don't know whether to consider it a blessing or a curse that this game never got updated beyond 1.1.1. It's such a smooth number. I would say even, but that's literally against the definition of an even number. And we can work with this. Hopefully there's something cool when I actually get there. But hey, 12 minutes in, greeting interwebs. It's Jackie Gay, and welcome for another edition of Game & Chill. So, as I was trying to say before, June is going to be a little bit off of a month. Interesting. Unfortunately, not really too much else of note, but I don't feel like resetting anymore. I'll take the unknown and see how I feel from there. So, beginning of the week is... the simplest way to explain the upload schedule for this month is at the beginning of the month, there's not really going to be too much. Like, this game show will probably be the biggest video that I actually do. But I won't be completely on hiatus because I do have a few shorts scheduled for you all to enjoy, scattered throughout the first 2 weeks of June. After that, though, we'll be back on schedule more or less with Pokemon XG, and I might throw in the editorial or two up along the way. But we'll play that by ear. If you haven't already caught on, I've kind of haven't really been focusing on any editorials until I finish the script for ZA, which at this point I might just abandon the idea of making a... it all depends on how soon we get Legends Arceus news, and with it being announced that there's a Nintendo Direct coming up this month, I do have a little bit of a concern that ZA news will come out before I finish the video, and at that point I might as well just reduce it back to shorts. But we'll see. Hopefully people have been enjoying the ZA shorts. It seems like it from what I peek at the analytics every now and then. Really, is this really a fight you want to pick, Psyduck? You're all level 30. This is a grass type here. I don't even need to take advantage of your weakness to completely obliterate you. And yet you stand against me. Long story short of just I do want to at least keep up with the shorts of my Legends ZA speculation. I would love to do the whole Pokedex thing, but there's no rush, and I feel kind of confident if we get big enough ZA news before I finish the script. Why bother editing a video for something that's gonna be outdated before I release it? At least that's the mindset I'm going in with. If we get major news on ZA that completely breaks the idea of my ZA Pokedex, then at that point is it really worth still making a video on a ZA Pokedex that it's no longer relevant? I'm sure you can make an argument otherwise, but I think at that point I'd just rather focus my time on other projects, because there's a lot of different things that I've been juggling, various and I would just rather put my time towards that, especially outside of the video sphere. I still have the internal goal of finishing up the new version of Dawn of Jin before the end of the year, and it's actually kind of embarrassing that it's getting this close to the end of the year without releasing it, because when I first had that in mind, I thought I think there was a part of me that thought I would be done with it before the first half of the year, but I'm glad I said just at the end of the year, in hindsight, and there's all the more reason why it's not a hard deadline and just something I've been keeping internally. I guess I might as well keep talking about Donjin now I brought it up. I think I mentioned everything related to videos. Minus the streaming. Yeah, let's get that out of the way first. I am trying, no promises, especially with when summer comes around, it gets even harder for me to actually... My time becomes even more spread out during the summer. I'm trying to remember for any particular reason, but I think just the fact that more people want to do more things during the summer is enough of a reason in of itself, and I don't want to just be a killjoy that just sits up in my room and talks into a microphone for the internet all day. You gotta have a social life somewhere. Huh. What can be in... Hold on. What can be in here? Oh yeah. And I'm kind of still in the weird spot of like, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do once I finish up Pokemon XG. I guess I could elaborate, but for right now I just rather wait until we get to that point, with the hope that I'll have a more better idea once we do. It's no secret at this point that I've been trying to find more ways to put time into game development, and I'm hoping that like between finishing Pokemon XG and finishing Donjin, that'll open up enough free time for me to actually dedicate a set amount of time to learning Got It. Because right now it's just like a supplementary thing of like, if I have the spare time and I feel up to it, sure. It doesn't hurt, but it's not a prime goal to actually learn that development tool until I finish up my modding project at the very least. Which leaves the problem of like, will I have time to continue other projects include after that? If all that time is being spent into actually learning a game development software instead of just modding an existing game? That's one of the things that are just too up in the air for me. Come on, get in the jet ball. I know you want to. Well, that was an anticlimactic. But then again, I don't know if my heart had it in me for another Paris or Parasect. At this point, I'm just going where my heart desires. Or I'm letting my subconscious do the gameplay. Because there's not really anything here that I actively am hunting for. I just didn't want a soft reset. So we're taking whatever we get out of this. Even if it's more of a focus on items than Pokemon. Oh, hey! Wasn't expecting to find you here. You don't happen to have a research quest relating to feigning the flying type moves, do you? I swear, if ZA doesn't frickin' have a feature that lets me check the Pokedex in battle, well, let's just not go down that rabbit hole. Where are the Bidooz? Oh! I may not have found the Bidooz, but the Bidooz found me. What even is it? I don't know if anyone's ever actually pronounced Bidoo in that particular form. It's got a little flair to it, but that probably just means that it makes someone in the Pokemon community cringe hard. Oh well, I apologize. But it's not like I'm holding myself up to a record to make sure that it never happens again. I don't know if I'll actually do decide that, but I'll check it along the way, because like, as much as I'm not a fan of Stunk Tank, I wouldn't mind getting a shiny Stunky, and like if I get a shiny Alpha, that I'll swallow my pride and take it. No, 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 no. Okay, I almost did this thing where I fly while it's doing the animation, and then the game pauses me and makes me immediately drop from wherever I am because the Pokemon's coming out of the tree. And then I end up dying because I was like 10 feet in the air when the game decided to remove my ride Pokemon. I get why it does that. I'll admit, I'm not quite sure if I consider it fair or not. Well, speaking of not fair, this is a little unfortunate of a situation for... I'm sorry, Paris. Parasec. I kinda just want to call you Paris for short. But you were probably going to go down to this Goldutt anyways, so at least you got some style points along the way. By style points, I mean mark-offs for my Pokedex. Man, I wish I remembered what sort of task Abomasnow needed. I mean, there is one way. Oh wait, what was that? See you do a Agile or Strong move? Well, at least I got something that I don't have to worry about later. Agile move. And right, I was actually trying to check Abomasnow's Pokedex entry. Abomasnow? Oh man, I just realized why. It's Blizzard and Woodhammer, which I don't think you have either. Oh, you do, they're just not high priority on the list like I like to make them. It's like, I think button mapping is getting to me because I've been jumping between playing Paper Mario on my Switch and Infinite Fusion and XG Next Gen, all within the past couple days. 2 of those games were just today. This is a good time to bring up something that I've been meaning to, bring up. I actually attempted. Today's just been so busy that I haven't really had a proper time to get any video work done. So it's like simultaneously, so really, no matter what I do, whenever I don't accomplish something in one of those 2 fields, especially on the weekends, if I'm not making progress on Dungeon or my videos, even if it's just like doing a stream, it's easy to get caught up in the fact that I didn't do any of that with my precious weekend time. Hey, that's probably just a me thing. So yeah, that's kind of a little way to say that I attempted to do a Pokemon XG recording, and technically I recorded Pokemon XG for like half an hour. I was attempting to take on the final set of battles, the final area of Mount Battle, and I got my butt handed to me. Yeah, but before I could decide whether I wanted to try again, or just go back to Cidark Isles and finally finish the game, well, I decided just not to record. Essentially, like, some family were gonna go out on a walk, and like, I kind of missed out on walking because I was so busy doing other errands while I was out, that I'm just like, sure, I kind of need an excuse to actually get out and go for a walk anyways. This is as good of a time as any to stop, even if I technically didn't actually don't really have anything to show for it. It sounds weird, like, we'll see if I have something to show for it. Because I did record, like, the first 3 battles I did of Mountain Battle before I got completely obliterated, and there's decent enough commentary in that'd be worth sharing, but, like, how? I haven't decided if I'm gonna plop it to the end of the last Mount Battle, or if I'll just save it until I do eventually try Mount Battle again. But at that point, like, I also would also like to salvage it, so I get some XG recording done this weekend. Because I'll be honest, tomorrow's not really looking that much better when it comes to finding time to do Pokemon XG. I don't know. I'm glad I at least have that. I just wish I could have recorded at least one full episode. Remember when I said I was just gonna scroll by the area and not actually complete it? I forgot about that. I would tell you what I did today that cut so much into my time to actually make any videos. Heck, I didn't even, up until this point, I don't feel like I really even had enough time to actually play a game. And yet, I couldn't really tell you what I did. I definitely did some things, like I took care of some errands. I was gonna go walk as I was taking care of said errands, but let's just say, with it being summertime, there's more things that I take into consideration. Like, sometimes you can't go walking in the park because there's other stuff going on in the park that day, and you don't find out until you're already there. Well darn, I think I said exactly why I didn't go for a walk while I was already out. But hey, I mean, at least I got the walk in. And got to try out some features of Pokemon Go that I've been ignoring for like probably what feels like years. Alpha Stunkies. Ironically enough, this is the best case scenario. Because I can get a shiny Alpha, and it doesn't have to be a Skuntank. I shouldn't even have as much beef with Skuntank as I do, but I mean, my god. Who decided to make its cry the way it is? I know it's like skunk, and skunks like are known for smelling bad, and it just so happens to come out of a gland that's close enough to their butt and all, but why? Did you really have to ruin... Do we really have to make every skunk gross and disgusting in media? Can't we just have an innocent skunk for once? I want to talk about it while I'm playing a game. Like, that's something I have to dedicate my heart and soul to make sure I talk about it carefully. Ah! Oh cool, I forgot that characters could get burned. Maybe I should just get into a Pokemon battle before I die. Case in point. Hold on, I need a sip. We're gonna find out together if sparkling water still hydrates you, even when you inject both carbonation and caffeine into it. Yeah, like, on my quote-unquote quest to drink less Mountain Dew, I came across, oh wow, maybe it's time for a tactical retreat. On my very casual, not putting any pressure on myself quest to try to reduce how much Mountain Dew I consume in general. One time in the grocery store, I stumbled upon... Oh, cool. Just in time for the rainstorm to end. At least let me finish my story. I stumbled... You see, I already was aware of sparkling water existing. And I like it, it's not bad. I should have said that in the opposite order. It's not bad, I like it. If Mountain Dew didn't exist, that would be my drink of choice, but I'm kind of like... I've been drinking the latter all my life, so it's hard to find something that can properly replace it. This caffeinated sparkling water comes pretty close, especially this one flavor that's like blue raspberry. That's like half of the ingredients of Voltage Mountain Dew, so it's probably the closest to a healthy... Yeah, I hesitate to say healthy, but it's sparkling water. It's got less calories than the vitamin water. Is it vitamin water or is it some other type of water? How do you miss a strong style blizzard? I was gonna say, if that burn me somehow made you faint, you kinda earned it. Oh, here we go. I was wondering where that went. I didn't realize that I can toggle it on and off. Oh man. I just have been having horrible luck with 90% accurate moves today. First the XG recording. Now this. My god. I'm actually gonna faint to this burn me because I missed 3 90% moves in a row. I mean, I'm always... me and accuracy haven't exactly been the best of friends since I started playing Pokemon XG. But my god, I feel like my luck has been especially bad today for whatever reason. 3 90% accurate moves in a row, and that's not even all the shenanigans I've had with accuracy luck today. Freaking fantastic. This is one of these times where I wish that it would at least still count towards the Pokedex if the move missed. You know, I'm still wasting those precious power points even if I don't hit the move. I get the whole point of research is seeing it in action, but the least you could do is just humor me and, like, get the points. Like, the fact that I put over 300 hours into this game and I'm still completing the Pokedex, you could throw me a bone game and just... I enjoy playing this game and I have no regrets. It's not like I've spent those 300 hours, or it's not like I spent every one of those 300 hours actively trying to do the Pokedex as quickly as I can. There's probably been a lot of times I've done nothing but just enjoy the vibes of the game and roam around collecting resources just to put more time into it. Dang, you have good eyes! Well, let's see what else I can do with you. Literally, the only other thing I have to do is catch you without being spotted. Oh, another time, I guess. Let's play a fun game of how many more times in a row I can miss a blizzard. Well, it would help if I actually had power points to use blizzard. That would be a nice start. There we go! It only took 4 times using the move with 90% accuracy before I hit it once. Anyways, I kind of feel bad because I definitely was in the middle of something, but I really don't want to roam around here because I don't want a space-time rift. I need those in the coastlands more than anything. I don't even know if I need them in, like, Mount Cornet anymore or not. I have to double check if I completed the Cranios field research or not. So I might as well just save you the hassle. And it's just Magikarp, you know what? Let's just go to the coastlands. I gotta check for Apom anyways. Oh man, and if only there was a way that I could check what I was talking about before or without stopping my recording. That'd be great. Kind of funny that we're ending off where we started. It does get me kind of curious when we're going to get news on Legends ZA. It's not coming out until next year, but the year is almost over, and I assume they would want to, like, share some details about the gameplay before releasing the game. Pokemon's kind of got spoiled with, like, practically giving us the entire game before it came out. Maybe it wasn't... It's been so long I've already forgot the details of how they were sharing the trailer footage for the original Legends. I just reflect back to the whole Sun and Moon, or one of those games where they practically gave us the entire game and maybe Pokedex before it was even out. That's probably an interesting thing to... It probably would be interesting to hear someone from a marketing team, not necessarily Pokemon, but just in the marketing team of game design in general, and try to get their perspective of how they balance how much to share and how much they spoil, because you always, especially because I've been listening to more movie reviewers, and like, you always hear these stories about people complaining about sharing too much in the marketing. The example I'm thinking of is the complaint of how they practically shared how practically an entire half of a movie was revealed between trailers and other forms of marketing before the movie even came out. And I've heard like the big thing that they did with Inside Out 2 at some press conference, where they, instead of showing a trailer, they just showed like the first third or so of the movie. And like, movies aren't that long, especially compared to video games. They're like, correct me if I'm wrong, moviegoers, I haven't watched a movie in forever, but the typical average length of a movie is like 1.5 hours to 2 hours, maybe 3 hours if we're going really crazy, but those are usually saved for a special occasion, from what I've remembered. Movies take a long time to make, and they don't last for very long. So when you're showing like an hour's worth of a movie through your marketing, that doesn't really leave too much of the movie left to enjoy, does it? Maybe there's something that I'm missing, like, oh, sure, they show a lot in the trailers, but it's not the same as actually seeing in the cinema itself. I don't know if there's probably not that huge of a intersection between my audience and people who watch movies, but feel free to correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I thought there was a more grand point I was getting with all this, but alas, it's past me. Oh yeah, marketing. I would love to, like, at least right now, I'm just talking myself into thinking that it would be kind of neat to hear from a marketer's perspective of what goes into how they promote certain business ends of media. Obviously, I'm more curious about games because that's always been the field that I'm more interested in. But hey, like, now I got myself curious of how much that extends to other forms of media as well. I'm not sure if it's a lasting curiosity or one that will probably end the moment I hit stop on the recording, but food for thought that I'll ponder for a little bit either way. Yeah. Why did they make the APOM quest the worst thing ever? At least it gives me plenty of time to farm for mud. A sentence I never thought I would actually say out loud. And you know what, sure, while we're here, I guess I'll do the mass outbreak as well. I don't need more shiny Magmar, but why not? Cut away! It's always there. When there's a Magmar outbreak, it's always there. On the edge of the island. I mean, there's not really too many places on this island you could put encounters, let alone a whole bunch of them, but still. Huh. I think I'm passing the point where the Magmars are. Wait, are they actually in the volcano after I just hyped them up about not being in the volcano? Heh. Well, you know, there is more than one place on this island that they can put encounters. I might really regret it, but you know, I care more about these Magmar. I care more about my research than I do these Magmars. So, hopefully we don't get swarmed by them the moment I try to go out of my way to do this. Shoot. I had the perfect thing to talk about while going through this outbreak, and yes. Oh, I remember. As you may know, like, I'm kind of hesitant of where I want to take exactly what I want to do after finishing up Pokemon XG. I think I should elaborate a bit more what I mean by that. Like, I don't want to stop making videos altogether. But I'm kind of wondering if it'd be better to abandon the schedule altogether and just do more edited down stuff. But then again, I don't even know if we want to completely abandon more casual editing related projects. I was gonna say like this one, but no, this is kind of not a great example. Like, a lot more editing goes into this than you would think, if only because of just how long it is. But I don't know, maybe it's about as much editing as Pokemon XG at this point, but like, I guess point being, like, there's still a place for playthroughs for me, but I do kind of ponder about it. And more importantly, I was curious, since if you've watched to the end of this game and show, you're probably one of the people whose feedback I would care the most about this. How do you feel about the types of video I make? Do you like it more when I do stuff like the editorials? Stuff kind of in between, like XG and maybe even this series, depending on how ambitious I'm feeling that day on the editing board? Or like the most casual stuff where it's mostly just a stream VOD that I cut into chunks. Maybe edit some, maybe cut out the parts where I'm not actually talking along the way. I don't know. It's gonna ultimately come down to me. I don't know how much feedback would actually affect the direction I take the channel going forward, but I am at least curious how the people who actually take the time to watch this stuff feel about it. Speaking of feelings things, I don't know how I feel about the... We've gone from poison to burn to poison, except in the reverse order. It's just a fascinating thing of how everything works in this game. And I don't know if I like it better or worse, that the status condition can change on the fly. I don't know what's better. The fact that I can go for being poisoned to burn, or the fact that once I'm poisoned I can't get afflicted by another status condition. It's not exactly great for me either way, but still. So yeah, I guess if it's not apparent, I'm trying... The rest of this year, especially after finishing Pokemon XG, might end up being a lot more experimental as a whole. I'm already, like, trying little different things. Probably the neatest thing that's come out of it is, at least right now, I feel I got a pretty easy thing that I consistently upload coming onto the channel. If you've been watching for shorts in particular, you may notice that, ooh, this is like the worst case scenario. Hold on, can I just get rid of you first? And that might be my only hope of surviving this without going through all my Pokemon. Ooh. And I think that's my cue to start wrapping up. Bit of a shame, because I've been looking forward to doing commentary all day today. And nothing just seemed to be working out and finding a good window to actually talk. But I feel like I've already been on that tangent. Oh, and I'm out of Thunder Punches. So I guess I wasn't keeping you out here either way. But yeah, like, I've been doing this on TikTok for a while. But considering that we have no idea how long the platform's going to be available to Americans, I haven't been keeping up with that drama / news in a little bit. But the last I heard, like, there is the possibility that we just don't have TikTok in the US in the next year or so. Which is a shame, because, like, I don't really care about. It's a weird middle ground. Like, I know I'm not going to get anywhere on that platform. So I don't really care in that sense if it goes anywhere or not. There's reasons I do care, but that's, like, borderline political, and I don't want to get into that. On the less political end, though, I have been enjoying the photo montage feature that the platform offers. I'm taking pictures as I go on walks in Pokemon Go anyways, and it's a fun way to share those photos with the wider web. I don't know, like, you would think of, you know, a photo site would be a more prominent means for sharing pictures, but there's just something fun about the way you can just upload the pictures to that site and have some music playing in the background, and the viewer can just swipe between them all as they please. So it'll be a shame if the site goes for that reason alone. But instead of crying about it, I'm experimenting with ways that I could actually do that on other platforms. It also doesn't help that I'm not, like, I'm kind of like backing it off from social media. I don't bother with Twitter, minus sharing my videos every now and then. I like Blue Sky, but I'm not sure how much it catches on. I just use it because it's caught on better than Hive did. Instagram, I don't like even bothering to touch Instagram. That's just a mess in my opinion. So ironically enough, that site's been the most fun place to actually share those photos, but if it goes away, what do I do? That's why I started uploading them to YouTube. It's not the same. I still have to edit them into a video, and then put music from the YouTube audio library underneath it. It isn't the same, but it's at least an alternative. Especially, it also opens up the door for people who don't want to do anything with TikTok and want to avoid it like a plague. It gives them an option to be able to see that stuff without going onto that site. But it's nice and all. I just wish that out of all the things that YouTube stole from TikTok when making the short feature in the first place, I wish they would, like, do that with photos. Because the photo feature is just so great. And people love the photos I've been taking. At least from what I've seen, people just love the photos that I upload. That there's just not really good platform for it. Why? I knew I was tempting fate by coming here so soon, despite having... I knew I was tempting fate, because but here we are. The good news is that it's technically not a duplicate, because I got the Magby, the Magmar, and now the Magmar, so... technically, it's not a duplicate, but the finest asterisk of the word comes into play, and it's gonna hit me through the wall, isn't it? Yeah, maybe not the greatest way to save, but it's something. Man, why can't I get this luck on Stantler or something that I actually need to complete my goal? Oh hey, I think the wall actually did its wall, you know, being a wall. Sorry, I'm way more subconsciously flustered than I'm realizing. Let's just do the thing where we catch the thing. I can work on, like, bullying. Oh my god, I should have just rolled the heavy ball instead of trying to get style points. This is where I die, isn't it? Poison is like the worst to get on the field. You know, change of plans. I'm going back to the part where I fight the Pokemon. The shiny's not going yet. I was gonna say the shiny's not going anywhere, but then it decided to, like, pop up in this battle anyways. It's fine, we'll just take out everyone else, and then run, and then I can, like, take my time and sticky globbing it, and picking the right Pokeball for it. I'm kind of curious of how much ZA is gonna, like, keep to the ZA fashion, how much you're gonna, like, bring in features from the main series game. It's Shiny Magmar is certainly having fun with his lava bath. Oh shoot, I never restored the power points to Thunder Punch. Well, no time like the present. I can't even tell if that's a bug or the way the game works, because Lord knows I am not going into the lava to find out. Okay, I am targeting the Magmar. Just have to make extra sure that I don't accidentally use the wrong move on the wrong Pokemon here. Ah, of course, now you just magically survive. Now, great, now I think I might have to actually fight it, because I don't know if it's going to be able to get out of that lava. Surely this will be fine, right? It's weaker than the Electivire. Yeah, we're good. I don't even think it can get burned. I think out of everything I have, you look best in the Jet Ball. So let's give that a whirl. Okay, I think we have our answer of if that was a bug or the way it actually worked. Hey, we got a shiny and Game and Chill. Feels like it's been a hot minute since that happened. And it wasn't even that long since I got the Growlithe. Of course, would I have liked it if it wasn't a Pokemon that I had so many of? Yeah. Was it fun? Yeah, I think we all had a good time here. And that's what really matters at the end of the day. So, thanks again for tuning in for, you know, Game and Chill. And hopefully I'll see you next month for some more fun. Maybe a little more delay and buying myself a little more time to talk about ZA. And maybe I'll have some more exciting things to actually share with you all instead of like, oh, it's work in progress. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do once I finish up XG. It's a whole month away, so we'll see. Until then though, take care.